Hello everyone, unbelievable is happening right now. This video that you're about to watch will shock you. Me myself, I don't shock me well. Okay, I want you to watch this video. Please share this video, let it go viral. Let all Biafrans understand what is happening. Let Nigerians understand what is happening today in the Nigerian political landscape. This is Prospect Channels TV. If you're just joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Share this video, let it go viral. Let Nigerians understand what is happening. Thank you.
In this video, we shall be discussing and exposing series of controversial and series of mind-boggling news and updates coming out from Nigeria, Finland, and the rest of the world. Yes, because as we speak, it feels and it seems like the federal government of Nigeria, in conjunction with the government of Finland, has sent an individual to negotiate and renegotiate with Mr. Simon in closed doors in that correctional facility. In this video, we shall be exposing every single thing that has happened in that closed door meeting with Mr. Simon and that unidentified individual. In this video, we shall be discussing the bone of contention. We shall be exposing the agenda in that particular meeting. This video is going to be a very, very interesting one, and I will urge you to watch it up until the very, very end. Yes, in this said video, we have a very, very interesting news and updates for you, because as we speak, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, a man who have spent a couple of years in the correctional facility here in Nigeria, this man came out to tender a public apology to some individuals within and around the federal government of Nigeria. In this video, we shall be discussing everything that has happened behind the scenes, and we shall be discussing why Mr. Nnamdi had to come out and apologize to some individuals, to some judges in particular. Yes. In this said video, we also have a very, very surprising revelation coming from Rivers State. Yes, because if you're very, very conversant with the politics in Nigeria, we all know that the government, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has suspended Sim Fubara as the governor of that state, and he made an individual the sole administrator of that state. In this video, we have a series of shocking revelations coming out from Rivers State, because yesterday Mr. Sim Fubara was spotted in a location domiciled in that state, because in the past couple of days we haven't seen this man in the public space, but now we have a footage of him in a public event, and I'll be sharing that picture and videos with you in this particular briefing or video, as the case may be. Yes, moving on swiftly, we also have a series of revelations regarding the minister of the FCT in the person of Nyesom Wike. Yes, because as we all know, Nyesom Wike had a series of rifts and drifts with Sim Fubara, which led to the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to suspend Sim Fubara as the governor of that state. In this video, we have a very, very surprising update for you to see and understand, which definitely would be a very, very interesting one. Yes, with all of that being said, let's kickstart this video with our very, very first update. Showing right now on your screen, there's a reportage, an article coming from the Vanguard, where it clearly states that Kanu apologizes over attacks on judges and others. So the question here is, why did Mr. Kanu come out to actually apologize to these judges and others? Well, just in case you don't know, a couple of days back, we saw a video and we saw clips of Mr. Kanu where clearly he was very, very angry in a court of law domiciled in the Federal Capital Territory. Yes. In that video, Nnamdi Kanu couldn't hold his anger because he was quite frustrated about the lawlessness in Nigeria and the way and manner his case has been handled by the judges. Yes, so this man busted out in anger, venting his vexation and all of those stuff. But now he came out a couple of days back to tender an apology to a series of individuals in the federal government and some judges. Yes. For better understanding and for a clear confirmation, take a look at this article coming from the Vanguard, where it clearly states that Mr. Kanu, the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of the USP, on Friday tendered an apology over his recent attacks on the Federal High Court and Justice Binta Nyako. It also went a step further to state that Kanu, through his new counsel and the former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Chief Kanu Agabi, SAN, also apologized to the federal government's lawyer in the person of Chief Owolomi San. Yes, this is coming, like I said, officially from Kanu. And as we speak, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has kickstarted this man's case from afresh and the promise to uphold the law. But the question here is, will the Nigerian judicial system uphold the law? Well, we all know the answers to that question, because this is not the very first time that the courts will make a declaration and the Nigerian security agencies or apparatus will clearly and outrightly disobey the rulings from the court of law. So it's highly unlikely that the Nigerian DSS will respect any rulings coming from the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja. Yes, we all know that the DSS is a respecter of no law or regulations in the land. The DSS, like we all know, simply is above the law. But what we can say right now is we urge the Nigerian security apparatus, the DSS, the police, and so on and so forth, to respect the rule of law and allow the Nigerian judicial system to actually do its work to perfection. Anyways, moving on swiftly, let's take a look at our second update. Like I said, we have a very, very interesting update to share with you regarding Mr. Simon. So do well to stick around, because that update definitely will change a lot of things and change the way we see things moving forward. But then there's something interesting that we all need to know and understand. Yes, a couple of days back, we received a publication from the president of Nigeria stating categorically that Nigeria's president declares emergency in the oil-rich state of Rivers State, Nigeria. Yes, where he actually suspended Sim Fubara, who is the sitting governor of that state, and appointed a man known as Vice Admiral Ibokete to be the administrator of Rivers State. Yes, ever since a state of emergency was placed on Rivers State, we've not seen a video or a picture of Sim Fubara after that declaration was made. But yesterday, Sim Fubara attended a church service located or situated in Rivers State, Port Harcourt to be precise. Well, showing right now on your screen is a picture photograph taken yesterday where we have the governor of the state seated comfortably in a church service. Yes, showing right now on your screen is a clearer picture of this man. As you can see, this is a proof that he's doing very well. He's alive and he's quite healthy. Yes, so Sim Fubara is healthy, he's alive, and he attended a church service just yesterday. So what about Nyesom Wike? Like we all know, the government, the president of the federal government of Nigeria, punished Sim Fubara and did not even touch Nyesom Wike, a man who created a lot of unrest in Rivers State, Nigeria. So the federal government, headed by Tinubu, did not punish this man. But then we received a very, very surprising notification and briefing coming from Unical, a university situated in Cross River State, Nigeria. What is this declaration, or what is this publication? Well, show right now on your screen is very, very clear. It states, Unical honors FCT Minister Nyesom Wike with honorary doctorate in law. This is actually very clear and simple. The university saw Nyesom Wike as a fit candidate to receive an honorary doctorate in law, and that is why he received this prestigious award from that university. But then while making this video, we stumbled on a series of interesting bits of information that you definitely need to see and understand. Yes, this university that gave Nyesom Wike a title known as Unical is located in Cross River State, Nigeria. And surprisingly, an individual known as Vice Admiral Ibokete, a man that Tinubu appointed as the new administrator of Rivers State, is also from Cross River State, Nigeria. Wow, this definitely cannot be a coincidence. It's actually very, very clear for us to see and understand. Yes, this is actually very clear. This simply means that there's a clear linkage between Unical and Nyesom Wike, or Unical with the president of Nigeria. While making this video, also notice that Nyesom Wike at some point met with the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and he begged him excessively to carry out a series of projects in Unical. Showing right now on your screen is a particular day and time when Bola Ahmed Tinubu had to inaugurate 6 projects at that particular university. As you can see, there's a clear linkage between Unical, Tinubu, and Nyesom Wike, and that is why it did not come as a shocker when this particular university honored the FCT minister Nyesom Wike with honorary doctorate in law. Yes, we believe that this is a way of saying thank you to Nyesom Wike for the good deeds he has done in Unical and for the state as a whole. Anyways, moving on swiftly, let's look at our next update that we have for you in this particular briefing. Yes, around the 26th of July of 2022, Mr. Peter Obi traveled to Egypt. Yes, this man traveled to Egypt so as to learn how to produce electricity and how to power up a country or a nation. Yes, when Mr. Peter Obi traveled to Egypt in the year of 2022, a lot of individuals domiciled in the All Progressive Congress came out to heavily criticize Peter Obi, asking him that why do you have to travel to Egypt just to learn how to produce electricity and efficient electricity? Well, a couple of days back, we noticed that the current Minister of Power in the person of Adebayo Adelabu traveled to that said country, yes, with the taxpayers' money. Yes, this man known as Adebayo Adelabu, the Minister of Power, is a member of the All Progressive Congress, the same political party that criticized Peter Obi when he traveled to Egypt in the year of 2022. This man has traveled to that said country. Showing right now on your screen is a publication coming from The Punch, where it clearly states that Nigeria to learn power generation from Egypt. This is coming from the Minister of Power. Well, that did not even end there. A lot of individuals domiciled in the country had to come out and air their views. Showing right now on your screen is a publication where Mr. Showore and the lawyer representing Mr. Showore in the court of law, a man known as Adeyanju, dragged as federal government unveiled plans to visit Egypt to learn power generation transmission. Yes, this came as a shocker because the All Progressive Congress criticized Peter Obi when he traveled to Egypt. When Peter Obi used his own funds to travel to that country, they criticized him. But now, these guys are using the taxpayers' money to sponsor its own minister to travel to that same country to learn power generation. Well, this doesn't make sense in any way, shape, or form. The Nigerian political scene has become a space of lies, a space for deceit, and all of those bad stuffs. And that is why we have cases like this constantly occurring and popping out in the Nigerian political scenes. Anyways, moving on swiftly, let's take a look at the most interesting updates we have for you in this particular briefing and news updates. Yes, because as we speak, the federal government of Nigeria, together with the government of Finland, have sent an individual to meet Mr. Simon in the correctional facility to try to change his mind or possibly hold series of negotiations with Mr. Simon in that correctional facility. So the question here is, who is this individual who was sponsored by the federal government of Nigeria together with the government of Finland to go to Kilamakoski correctional facility, hold series of talk with Mr. Simon and possibly try to negotiate with him? Well, for better understanding, take a look at this publication that was released on the 15th of February of this said year, where it states, breaking, I read in a post supposedly from an individual named Marianne claiming to represent our PM, Simon. USB, please disregard this imposter and do not be distracted by the nonsense she wrote. I use this opportunity to warn anyone claiming to represent Mr. Simon to desist from such. PM is alive and can talk to me if needed. Yes, this particular post is coming from Ngozi Orabueze, who happens to be the Deputy Prime Minister. Yes, where she noticed that the government of Finland sent an individual known as Marianne to meet with Mr. Simon in prison to represent him in the court of law and possibly try to negotiate with him so as to work with the Finnish authorities in bringing out other individuals or suspects within its framework. Yes. So the question here is, who is this Marianne and who is she working for? Well, in our previous video, we explained everything you need to know and understand about this particular lady known as Marianne. And just in case you don't know, and just in case today is your very first time of seeing our videos, Marianne is the ex-wife to Mr. Simon. Her full name is Marianne Sakarjavi. Yes, like I said, she is the ex-wife to Mr. Simon, and these guys were once married and they had an offspring. Yes, so this Marianne Sakarjavi was instructed by some individuals domiciled within the National Bureau of Investigation, known as the NBI, to go to Kilamakoski Correctional Facility, convince or try to talk to your ex-husband, try to negotiate with him, represent us, have conversations with him, and possibly get info and intel from him that will definitely use in the court of law. And that is what she did. This woman known as Marianne Sakarjavi traveled. She left Lati because she lives in Lati and traveled by road to Kilamakoski. Yes, when she got to that correctional facility, she claimed that she is the official lawyer representing Mr. Simon in the court of law, that his lawyers, a man known as Ika Kopra, no longer represents him in the court of law, which actually was a lie, because like we all know, a lawyer known as Ika Kopra recently appeared in the court of law together with Mr. Simon. And this Ika corporal have been trying to file a bail for Mr. Simon. So this man is actually very, very active in the case of Simon. So Maria Sekejavi told this police, the wardens in Kilamakoski, that Ika Corpora no longer works for Mr. Simon, that she is the new lawyer representing him, and she was granted access. She met with Mr. Simon. They had a series of conversations in the visiting area. She possibly asked him to give out names, call out names and individuals that he thinks or she thinks will favor him in the court proceedings. Yes, Maria Sekejavi, the ex-wife, also told the press that she is now the new lawyer representing Mr. Simon, and that is why the Deputy Prime Minister came out to make this particular post on the 15th of February. So as we speak, this lady has visited Mr. Simon a total of 3 times in Kilamakoski. The very first time was around the 14th of February. One was around towards the ending of February, and now she paid a visit again on the 22nd of March of this said year. She's trying to coerce and convince Mr. Simon to call out names. She's trying to make him see reasons why the government of Nigeria and the government of Finland are willing to work with him and possibly file for his release. But as we speak, it feels and it seems like Mr. Simon did not budge. Mr. Simon did not choose to work for the government of either Nigeria or Finland. This man wants to actually see things through in the court of law. Yes, and this Maria Sekejavi definitely will still come out again to make a 5th or 4th attempt, because sometime last month this lady came out to throw Mr. Simon under the bus, where she came out to say that she and Mr. Simon worked in the same law firm, that while Simon was working in that law firm, he had no proper documentations, he had no license to actually work, stating categorically that he wasn't educated enough to work in that law firm. But a couple of days later, she came out to change her words, and after that, she traveled to Kilamakoski to meet with Simon in that particular correctional facility. So what do we think is going on here? It's actually very, very simple. Maria Sekejavi is working closely with the NBI, the National Bureau of Investigation. Yes, a security apparatus domiciled in Finland, which is more like the EFCC in Nigeria and the FBI in the USA. So I believe she's working closely with the NBI, trying to gain or source out info from Mr. Simon that possibly will be used to nail him when trials continue by May, a couple of months from today. Yes, it actually is very, very simple. Yes, we believe that she's working with the NBI, trying to get info, source out info, implicate this man more, and move on with her life. But as you speak, the lawyer representing Mr. Simon, known as Ika Corpora, has been following this case bumper to bumper. As we speak, this man is trying to file so as to prevent any other individual from visiting Mr. Simon. That is to say, he only wants the family member of Simon and his lawyer, Ika Corpora, from visiting him. Any other individual can't pay a visit to him. This is actually a very, very nice move to make, because if you allow anybody from any part of the world, anybody sent by any organization to visit him, it will definitely put him in a position where at some point he might possibly or probably break. Anyways, moving on swiftly, something very, very interesting happened in Finland a couple of days back. Yes, where the current president of the country, in the person of Alexander Stubb, was having a conversation with the current president of Ukraine, and a politician and the press brought up the issue and the case of Mr. Simon to limelight. Yes, that particular incident created a lot of uproars, a lot of reactions and actions in the Finnish political settings. And in our previous
So guys, thank you very much for staying to the end of this video. So what's your take on this? Please, let's hear from you. Kindly drop your comments below the comment section, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up, share this video, let it go viral. Thank you, and bye for now.